Morning students, today we will talk about the different types of economies that are the capitalistic, socialistic and the mixed economies. We have studied in the last video as well, but we'll start today from here. The first type of economy is capitalist economy. What is capitalist economy? It is defined as the one in which means of production are owned by the individuals and the individuals are free to take their economic decisions as guided by the principle of profit maximization. It means in this type of economy government has no role. All the means of production are owned by the individuals and they can extract the resources as much they want and in the way they want, and what is their prime objective is to maximize the profit, so they work with that objective. If we talk about the special features of this type of economy, these are: there is private ownership of means of production. Means of production are used in a manner such that the profits are maximized, and the role of government is largely confined to the maintenance of law and order and defense of the country. What government do? Government just make the law and order and they make goods related to the defense of the country. Otherwise all other productions are done by the private sector entrepreneurs. The main thing is that by this system or by this type of economy, because this promotes self-interest, because all the entrepreneurs they work to earn their profit. All the laborers they work hard, because if they work hard they will get more. So due to this the profits increase in this type of economy, profits are maximized and GDP growth is accelerated. The country grow with a much fast pace. If we talk about from the aspect of a country, what this type of economy does, they ignore collective interest. It means if someone is poor in the country, he will remain poor and the rich section would get more richer, because the private entrepreneurs they don't care about the collective interest. They don't care about the social welfare. What is their prime objective is to earn high profits, and to earn high profits they would use any means, and the production what they done is to directed to satisfy needs of the rich, because they will be there who purchase the things and who would give profit to the entrepreneur. And this is why the socially backward category, the poor people, they suffer in this type of economy, and we can say that we achieve the growth, but that is without social justice. So this is the capitalistic economy, which is good if you want to now we move towards the second type of economy, that is socialist economy. A socialist economy is the one in which there is a social ownership. It means collective ownership, or we can say the public ownership. It means all the means of production are owned by the government and economic decisions are taken by some central authorities of the government with a view to maximize social welfare. For the use of resources, government forms some constitutional authorities, some central authorities. They own all the means of production, and they use the means of production with the view to maximize social welfare, not the profit. In this type of economy, all the factories, all the production activities are owned by the government. People work for the government, and government try to maximize the social welfare. If we talk about the features, all the means of production are collectively owned by the society. It means the government. Means of production are used in a manner such that social welfare is maximized, not the profit. And then there is a participation of the government in the process of production. It means government holds all the factories which are producing. The role of government is not merely confined to the law and order and defense. Government work more than the law and order and defense, or we can say completely all the activities are owned by the government. If there are some activities which are owned by private entrepreneurs, that are also with the government's permission, there are strict rules for that. There are a lot of licensing are there, and after doing all the formalities, a person can start working as an entrepreneur or can start production activity, and then he has to maintain all the laws, rules made by the government. And government does it because they want to bring equality in the society, and they want to make society a socially equal society. If we say in this type of economy we achieve equality, that is the biggest merit or most important merit of this system, that is it achieves equality in the distribution of income. Growth process become inclusive and is based on the principle of social justice. Growth process becomes inclusive. It starts including everyone. It starts taking part of everyone, and it is based on the principle of social justice. It means the government doesn't bother about the social welfare, the profit. They work for the social welfare, and if GDP growth hurts, they don't care, they don't bother. Maybe the GDP growth remains low, maybe the growth process remains slow, but they will work for the social justice. So this is socialist economies. If we talk about the demerits, the principal demerit is that GDP growth remains slow. This is because production is not directed by the principle of profit maximization. Instead, it is directed by the principle of equality and justice. So when you are not working for profit, you will earn less profit, and if you earn less profit, you will be earning lesser amount. So in this type of economy, GDP growth remains a bit comparatively slower to the other types of economies that are the capitalistic and the mixed economies. If we talk in word, the countries with the bigger GDP, the Soviet Union and China are the example of socialist economy. But nowadays, to achieve more GDP growth, these two, few of the biggest economies in the world, they were the socialist economy, but now they had to switch over to the market economy. in the form of the capitalistic economy. If we talk about the biggest capitalistic countries in the world, that are the countries of Europe, many countries in the Europe like Britain, Switzerland, France, the USA, these are the capitalistic economies. Japan, in India, in Asia, all these are the capitalistic economies. The China, the Soviet Union, these are the biggest socialistic economies. Now if we talk about the third type, this is the mix of both the capitalistic and the socialist economy, that is called the mixed economy. This type of structure is adopted by India after getting independence. In this type of economy, which there is private as well as the public ownership of means of production. In this type of economy, the means of production are owned by the public as well as the private ownership. It means the production decisions are taken by the government. The production activities of public welfare are taken by the government. The defense sector and the public importance sector are taken over by the government, and in the remaining areas the other entrepreneurs can start their work. They can start the production activities without any kind of checks and balances. And in this type of economy, we can achieve both. As we are working with the private sector, we earn more profit, and as we are working in the public sector, we earn social justice. So in this kind of economy, the social justice can be earned without checks and balances. So we can see by this is the system of mixed economy, in which public sector and the private sector both help to make the coffee better. The milk of public sector and the coffee of private sector, this comes and mixed as a mixed economy, and it gives a good essence to everyone who tastes it. The feature of this economy: means of production are owned by the private entrepreneurs as well as the government. These are owned by both. In the private sector, production decisions are governed by the principle of profit maximization, while in public sector, social welfare rules the roost. Both the sector work as per their requirement. Private sector works for profit maximization, and the government sector work for the social justice. Both private and public sector play a significant role in the process of production. If you talk about the merits, the principal merit of mixed economy is that it combines the merits of capitalistic as well as the socialist economy. It means it gives a good pace of growth as well as it gives social justice. So in this type of economy, GDP growth is encouraged, and it promotes the social justice as well. If we talk about the demerits, the principal demerit is that government sector is often inflicted with the corruption, leading to low level of efficiency. It is owing to this demerit that is the mixed economies are gradually opting for privatization of the public enterprises. In this type of economy, there is only demerit is that in public sector there is a lot of corruption, there is a lot of inefficiency, and due to that the social justice suffers and the GDP growth hurts. So this is because of this reason countries like India nowadays we have started to move towards the privatization of public enterprises, and becoming a capitalistic economy so that we can achieve good GDP growth. So this is about the different types of economies. Now next time when we meet, we'll start with the long period and short period goals of planning in India, and we'll study further about the planning in India. Thank you.